let's just set the scene. How hated is biotech right now?
I would say really hated, actually. It's down a lot. It's been thrown out with the bathwater, like a lot of other risk assets, like crypto and some of the tech names, and probably, in our view, going to stay that way for a while.
Well, I don't know. The way that the market's trading today, it seems to think a Fed pivot is at hand.
It's possible. I wouldn't rule out, by the way, I wouldn't rule out a summer rally, just because they often happen. And the market is, at least in particularly small cap biotech, is very bearish. So you could get some funds caught offside. But on a longer term horizon, our baseline assumption is probably sometime May of 2023, the Fed stops. Although who knows, maybe they'll stop tomorrow, and that'd be great.
So are the fundamentals broken, or is this just a tough trade because of liquidity and dynamics with growth stocks?
It's a tough trade because their main input cost for biotech is capital, and the cost of capital goes up. Obviously, your input cost goes up and your valuations go down. It's more or less math, and we've seen this cycle before. So, we'll hang in there and wait.
What does it take to get back? I remember the glory days. It was kind of the mid to late teens when, you had names like Vertex and different things were the best NASDAQ stocks of the year. And some of the mutual funds were returning, just what we've seen Art K do during the early stages of the pandemic. What does it take to get back to those days?
Another bubble or 0% interest rates. I would say we're going to hit a steady state, maybe not prior heights, which is kind of why we're kind of sniffing around the mid caps as opposed to sort of the growthy, high beta biotechs.
So all of that said, where would you look and direct investors' attention if they want to look at some under the radar but potentially promising plays?
Well, a couple names. So Health Equity we own to play on higher interest rates. They do well when rates go up. They're doing well. Alexandria Real Estate is a real estate play in biotech because they underlie a lot of the biotech labs and companies. So that's a good one. Cytech Bioscience, they have the latest and greatest flow cytometry, which I know sounds boring, but it's actually very cool. And a company called Signify, which is in the small cap growth name, a small cap, mid cap name, but it's it's a play on the service sector. And of course, our stalwarts are always, J&J and United Health and Boston Scientific, which do well come higher, or high water.
Yeah, hell or high water.
Right. Well, I'm not sure if I was allowed to say that.
Okay. Well, I'll take the fall for you. How's that? What do you make of larger cap, sort of more traditional healthcare space? And can you explain how COVID is still affecting the trading dynamics there, if it is?
Sure. Well, it's less COVID and more interest rates and a flight to quality. So big pharma, we own a bunch of those too, are going to do well because of the dividends and stability in earnings. They could be hurt if we have a very radical drug pricing, bill passed, but that doesn't seem like it's on the horizon. So with those, it's sort of steady as she goes, and you'll see investors gravitate towards them as a place to hide out until things get a little bit better. That's our view, and we like I said, we own a big swath of major pharma.
I'm getting asked more about monkeypox and any healthcare players that might be working on some kind of vaccine or treatment or could benefit from it. I don't know if you've done if there's any digging to be done there yet.
They're around. Monkeypox is the latest thing to scare us. I would mention that I've been writing about this for well over a decade. Monkeypox will not be the last zoonotic disease we have. But I guess if there's any upside to COVID is that we've sort of done a lot of work in the antiviral space, so we're a lot smarter. I'm not nearly as worried about monkeypox as I was about COVID. So I hope I'm right, that it'll sort of burn itself out. But if the next time I'm wearing a hazmat suit, we'll know I was wrong.
Right, unfortunately. So no place there maybe to mention. Let me ask you about one thing a little closer to home, which I have heard occasionally talk about there being development of maybe an RSV vaccine or something that could be combined with flu and COVID, maybe a Moderna approach or something like that. I don't know if there's anything more you could tell us about that.
Yeah, we are seeing that. And we're also seeing it on the diagnostic side, too. There's a private company called Visby. It's working on a combination test, flu, vaccine, RSV. So, yes, we will. I'm pretty confident we will see a combination vaccine. It'll just make life easier for everybody. And I'm not sure if it'll be in time for this flu season, but it'll definitely be in time for 2024.
Let me ask you,
Put
your doctor hat on. What is RSV and where did it come from? This wasn't a thing when I was younger. And now, the last couple weeks and months, I can tell you everyone in my neighborhood, in my town, at work, their kids they're in and out of the hospital with this thing.
Well, to be fair, I'm not a doctor, and nor should you take any medical advice. But RSV has been around for ages. I think we're just more aware of it now. RSV has been an issue forever. Again, I think it's just an awareness. We are more aware of vaccines and viruses and all kinds of things that go bump in the night. And it's a good thing that we are aware of it, that we can treat it. And right. RSV in general seems fairly treatable if you catch it.
Right, absolutely. All right, Dr. Funtleyder, thanks for your time today.